Hello, Tracy. How are you today?
I am great. Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, no, thank you for being here. I love your plant. I love your green couch or chair. It all looks great. I only came here with one question. Season three, when?
I mean, it's ASAP. How about that? As soon
Oh,
as,
I love it. Let's get it done. This is the junket for season three. No, but in all seriousness now, congratulations on the renewal. I would like to ask, how did you feel about getting a second season? Where did you want to take this story as soon as you heard you were coming back?
well, I'm just very grateful to have a season two because I knew I wanted to go deeper into the family and how do you put the family back together? Because this is really a show about, when things happen in life. I mean, every family has something happen. Mass incarceration is what happened to this family. And then they're like, how do we go about loving each other, trusting each other, building a life together as a family? And that's really what I wanted to show, like how it's done and get into the nuts and bolts and, and make it funny.
Absolutely, because the show's full of heart.
Mhm.
What do you want audiences to take away from Unprisoned?
Well, what I hope is that they become more gentle with themselves and more gentle with their family members with that they learn that we can tell whatever we can like have choices, um there's more than one way to understand somebody else's choices and how they've impacted you, but that you can always have a healing if you are willing to put love in first position and heart in first position rather than fear or a
That's
person.
beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
That's absolutely gorgeous. If I'm correct me if I'm wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, Unprisoned is based on true life events, right?
Yeah, a lot of it is some of it, it's based on my life. So, like, my dad never came to live with me, but this is what would have happened. I imagine what would have been like if my dad had come to live with me. So yeah, there's many things in the show that are taken directly from my life, but what I will say is that the feelings are all accurate. It's really about making the feelings truthful. And that's how we got and arrived at the tone, which sometimes is, you know, it'll make you laugh. There's moments you'll get misty. There's moments of hope. It's all the things that life is.
Sure thing. If you don't mind me asking, has being given the opportunity to have this outlet, which is the show, to retell some of your experiences, has that changed your perspective on what you have lived?
Um, I mean, it must have, right? I mean, I couldn't tell you exactly how, but I'm sure it has. I mean, for one thing, it's definitely impacted my relationship with my son because he worked in the writer's room as the PA. So he was like the person who got me coffee or, ordered lunch, and so he was able to hear a lot of the details of our history and my history, things that I think you don't really get to hear that much about what your parents' experience was. It's like parents are like very mysterious in some ways to their children. They don't tell you their flaws the way you have to unearth all this stuff if you want to write a TV show about it. So I do think like there's probably some way in which it's impacted him or our relationship that has got to be, I mean, I can't even imagine. I really can't even imagine. But, and then my dad passed away shortly before season one came out. So he never got to see it. So, but here's the thing, even when someone dies, that relationship is still there. And that relationship is still changing in some ways because, as we know from the science, memory is actually, it's a creative act. It doesn't stay the same. Memories change as you change. So I feel like it's an ongoing process how the show has impacted me, and I will probably be understanding more about it, you know, from here on out. I doubt, I mean, it's always gonna have been there and will always have done it. So I'm interested in what it's like 10 years from now. How do I think about this show? What did it mean? But I'm in no way do I have enough perspective about that
I,
yet.
I completely understand, and I hope to be here in 10 years to interview you about it again.
Hey,
I want to thank you for your time. I've brought coffee to my mom before, never in a Hollywood set, so that experience was very interesting. Thank you for sharing it with me and your relationship with your son. I want to say congrats on UnPrisoned. It's such a beautiful piece of work,
yeah.
and let's bring the next one. Just
Yay.
congratulations on everything you've done, and thank you for your time.
Thank you.